May the words of my mouth and the meditations of all our hearts be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, our rock and our Redeemer. Please be seated. Is there no balm in Gilead? Is there no physician there? When I first hear these words from Jeremiah, my mind goes exactly two ways. First, I think of my baby niece, Nora June. She unfortunately deals with some dry skin problems, but as a result, she has come to think of Aquaphor as her very own balm of Gilead. Got a scrape? Need Aquaphor. Spots my Nana's glucose monitor? Nana needs Aquaphor. Sees her dad come in sweaty and tired after a hard game of pickleball? Dad needs Aquaphor. For Nora, much like the balm in Gilead, there is no ailment that Aquaphor cannot fix. My second thought is of the warm, strong voice of the former presiding bishop Michael Curry, who in almost every sermon I have heard him give, he somehow has found a way to seamlessly transition into a meaningful rendition of the African American spiritual, "There is a balm in Gilead." There is a balm in Gilead to make the wounded whole. There is a balm in Gilead to heal the sin-sick soul. Ever since I knew this reading from Jeremiah was on deck for the lectionary, these words have been playing in repeat in my head. But the speaker in today's reading from Jeremiah, unlike my niece or Bishop Curry, the speaker today is in a different frame of mind. The speaker is not so sure about any kind of cure-all balm. They ask the striking questions: is there no balm in Gilead? Is there no physician here? Our speaker is living in times of great uncertainty, and they are wondering if a balm of healing for a wounded people is even something that can exist. I say speaker because the closer you read, the less clear it becomes who is actually talking here, or whether it is one voice at all. Consider this verse. Is the Lord not in Zion? Is her king not in her? In this verse, the harvest is past, the summer is ended, and we are not saved. To me, it sounds like the people of Judah crying out. But then we hear this verse. Why have they provoked me to anger with their images and their foreign idols? For the hurt of my poor people, I am hurt. I mourn and dismay has taken a hold of me. Here, the words can be interpreted as God's very own lament, grieving that his people have turned away from him. And then finally, we hear these verses. Oh, that my head were a spring of water, and my eyes a fountain of tears, so that I might weep day and night for the slain of my poor people. Now it might sound like Jeremiah himself, weeping for his kin. This passage pulls the reader back and forth, shifting our attention from one voice to another. One moment, we're sure it's the people of Judah speaking to us. And the next, we're sure it's God's lament. And then we seem really sure that Jeremiah himself is speaking. But as we are pushed and pulled through these manifold perspectives, never quite allowed to settle into just one, we begin to empathize with Jeremiah himself and all the prophets that are constantly pulled towards both their vocation to speak God's truth and their human nature that empathizes with the plight of their people. A middleman balancing the divine and the human. It sounds like somebody I know. And I suspect this push and pull is intentional. As we are sucked into empathizing with all of the speakers in this passage, the people of Judah, God, and Jeremiah, we too are forced to sit in the tension they feel, this push and pull. We too are forced to pose the questions. Is there no balm in Gilead? Is there no physician there? And even without this passage right in front of us, beckoning us into this tension, I imagine these are questions many of us have already posed for ourselves. As we have been given a front row seat to the broken relationships that are rampant in the world, we have asked, is there no balm in Gilead? As we have faced the daily news of murder and genocide and violence, we have questioned in our own grief, is there no physician there? It is here in this moment in the sermon that it is tempting for me, and maybe you too, to skip ahead, to preemptively cover up the violence and the grief and the hurt and loudly declare, but there is a balm in Gilead. Jesus Christ has healed us all. And my friends, this is tempting because it is true. Christ is real and an everlasting balm for all of us. And yet, if we stop here, it only tells part of the story. Because we all know that we cannot erase the pain in front of us simply by declaring Christ's name and then moving on. We cannot move towards a cure if we remain motionless, waiting for a balm to arrive while we try our best to look away from the wound. God came to earth and was made man to help us address these wounds head on. Christ's mission on earth when he taught through confusing parables like our gospel reading today and challenged societal norms, sharing meals with those society dismissed. Christ's mission when he lived this way was not just to provide some healing, do some good deeds, and then move on, leave us alone. But instead, it was to provide this healing and to teach us that we are called to be healers too. We too are called to harness the power of divine love that is gifted to us through the gift of the Holy Spirit, so that we too can help fix what is broken, to reach out like a healing balm to the hurt we see around us. This holy love that each of us is gifted with is a miracle given to us that gives us the strength not to look away from the world's wounds, but to instead step closer towards them. This miracle beckons us to and equips us to advocate for the poor, comfort the grieving, uplift the stories of those who have too often been silenced, and to be louder than the sin of hate could ever claim to be. My friends, being this balm in the world, embodying this healing love, it's not simple, it's not an overnight fix, and it is costly. But it is worth it, and it is necessary. Because through Christ, our mediator and advocate, we have all been called into this vocation of healing and into the holy knowledge that God desires to partner with you, with us. St. Paul, our parish's namesake, reminds us that there is one body, but many parts. And we need all of our parts. We need you, your gifts, your talents, your love, your willingness to bring healing to a broken world. When we make ourselves vulnerable, when we reach out with love, when we allow ourselves to buy into the truth that we are supposed to be, we are meant to be, we are created to be in this together. There is hope. there is healing. There is a balm in Gilead.